Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me again today and pressing play on the video. I love you coming to watch and see what I've been up to. Today I'm going to show you how I made this lovely little card here. I really love this card. Very simple, as is my style, as you'll know if you've been watching me for a while. But I really like it. It was inspired by a sketch challenge on a blog hop that I'm doing. As you might have come on here after looking at my blog post where it's the blog hop, and I decided that I was going to use Beautiful Bouquet and the bouquet bunch matching framelits to make my card. So I will show you how I made it. So we're going to get all the elements that we need together first, and then I'll show you how I put it together. So the elements you will need are, first of all, a sweet sugar plum. I'm going to miss this colour so much when it goes. It goes in June, at the end of May. It's one of the in colours that's going to be retiring. I've used it so much and I love this colour. But my card blank is 21 centimetres by 15, sorry, 21 by 15, sorry, went mind blank there, and it's scored at halfway at 10.5. So my card blank measures 10.5 by 15. I've then got a very vanilla panel, and my very vanilla panel measures 0.5 centimetre all the way round less. So there's a 0.5 centimetre gap all the way round the card, so just smaller. All the measurements will be on my blog, so just pop over there and have a look there. Okay, I've also already cut out the stitched framelit using the Stitch Shapes framelits. Don't know if you can see, that's not very, can you see the stitching around there? This is the third largest circle, so I used this one here of the stitched framelits. So not the biggest one, the next one down, for my circle. And then, so we've got those elements. I've got my ribbon here that I'm going to show you how I put that on in a sec. You can see it's got a strip of ribbon across there. Let's have a look at how we did the flowers first of all. So using the Beautiful Bouquet stamp set, which is really beautiful. They're much smaller on the front here than they are in real life. If I open it up, you can see you get 2 sheets of stamps, photopolymer, so they're really easy to position. Really lovely. I love all these sentiments, and really nice fonts, mixture of fonts, so some sort of capital letters and then some script fonts, and then all the floral elements as well to go with that. So the ones we're going to be using today are going to use this tiny little flower here and this flower here, and we're also going to be using some leaves from the die set. Actually, I've got the die out, so we're going to be using this die from the die set to cut the leaves out. So let me show you. I've cut some of the flowers. I've got some of the flowers ready, but I just wanted to show you just some of them. So I've got the bigger flower mounted on a B block, and I need my sweet sugar plum ink, like so. And if you can see, I hope you can see this stamp has a little point. Can you see that little point that's not part of the stamp, it's part of the outside? And if you position that so it's pointing up, it's going to help you when you come to die cut. So just tap that on there, make sure the point is pointing up. And there's my flower. I've cut out the other one already, so I only need to do one. So before I put my sweet sugar plum away, I'm just going to stamp the happy birthday on the centre. So here you can see it's got a happy birthday in the middle there, and I've done that with sweet sugar plum. This is from the Perennial Birthday set, which is a red rubber set. I always buy the clear and stick it to clear blocks, but you can buy this as a wood mount set as well if you prefer the wood mount. And we're using this birthday here today. So I'm just going to tap that on my sweet sugar plum and then just stamp that in the centre there. And then we've done everything that we need to do with the sweet sugar plum. There we go. Okay, put that to one side, put my sweet sugar plum away. I've actually done all the stamping of the little tiny flowers in powder pink. I've done 4 of those that we need, so I'm just going to do 2 in rich raspberry now. So Just need to bring back my piece of card. So again, the little flowers have the point on them. Can you see the point there? So again, make sure that's pointing to the top, and then you'll know where to put your die, which is really helpful, because although these flowers look symmetrical, they're actually not symmetrical. So there we go. So those are the only flowers I need, because I've done the others. So I'm going to bring my Big Shot in. Lots of you will know I have a very, very old Big Shot. I've had it since 2006. And it's still going strong, so it's not a Stampin' Up one, because that was before Stampin' Up was even in the country. So there's my piece. So I'm using my magnetic platform today, because that's going to help keep my dies in place. So there's my piece of card, and I know that the arrow was pointing up that way. So when I take my dies, can you see that? It's got a little mark there. So I know where that mark needs to go. It needs to go at the top, like so, and the magnetic base, the magnetic platform will keep that in place and cut that out, hopefully. There we go. And then the little one, again, little point up here. Can you see that? Yeah, there you go. And put that on there. Trouble with the magnetic platform is sometimes it wants to pull the die to the wrong position, I find, but there we go. Maybe round a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, very easy to position. So put my very, very worn top layer on and stitch it through. And then I've just got one more little flower to punch out. So put them to one side and just one more to punch out. I try and do most of this before I come on camera, because I don't think it's terribly interesting for you to sit and watch me die cutting loads of stuff, but it's very, very easy. And I thought that little tip about where the marks are on the stamp and the dies was actually very useful. I'm just going to turn this around a bit. There we go. So just get that positioned correctly and whiz that through. Oh, I have got a little bit more die cutting to do, because we need to do the leaves. I've cut one of the leaves. I'm just going to cut a couple more. So there's my flowers. Pop him over there. Whatever I did with the other one. Can't see the other one now. Never mind, it'll be there somewhere. And let's just cut the leaves. I'm using Pear Pizzazz for the leaves. So I just need to whoosh this through twice. So I've already cut one. So there's one. And there's the leaf. I'll pop that over there, and one more. And then once we've done all of this, we're just about ready to put the card together. There we go. There we go. And there. Lovely. Okay, so I've done all the die cutting. Pop my Big Shot away. And so now I'm going to bring in my card base. I did just want to show you another little tip. I always use Tombow, as you know. I'm very, very I love the Tombow glue, because it gives you wiggle room. You can put it on and move things around for a little while. But while I'm working and making things, I keep it in a little jar with some damp cotton wool in it, so that I can just leave it there and I don't have to keep bothering about putting the lid back on it. It's just ready to be picked up and used. So you might find that quite a helpful little tip. It really makes it much easier than keep putting the lid on and off. So we're going to put a little bit of Tombow round here. Also means that the tip is kept moist, so it comes out straight away when you need it. There we go. So we're going to put my panel on here. Oh no, oh, should have stuck the ribbon on first. Oh well, we'll have to do that now. Okay, should have stuck, that's why I hadn't stuck it on, because I needed to stick the ribbon on first. Hey ho. Let's see if we can do that after then. Okay. This is what happens in crafting. There's no mistakes. There's only an opportunity to innovate. So what I would have done is stuck my ribbon across this panel and then trimmed it off. But actually, as I've stuck that on, I'm just going to go with it and see if we can do that. So I'm taking our tear and tape. I'm going to have a nice smooth. I cut a bit off, so I've got a nice. Oh, that's not very straight. Let's make sure it's straight. There we go. And this would be much easier if we had the panel free, but I will try and do it. I want to line it up so that I know where it goes. So it needs to go about there. I'm going to put a strip of tear and tape across my card and trim it off as close to the edge as I can get without it overlapping, like that. And then take off the backing. Make sure I've got a nice straight edge on my ribbon. So I'll just trim that edge off again, so I've got a nice straight edge, and then stick my ribbon across here. I hardly ever wrap my ribbon around the back of the card because I think it makes it too bulky when you're sticking things down, but you could do that if you wanted, and then trim. Oh, that's not bad, I don't mind that. Oh, got a bit of a fray going on there. Let's just trim that little bit off. This is our shimmer ribbon. This is powder pink shimmer ribbon. There we go. There. Okay, so that's done. We then need to take our circular panel and mount that up on some dimensionals. Got my dimensionals here. I'm not going to put them too near the edge because I want to be able to tuck some flowers and leaves underneath, and they'll get in the way if I do that. So just there. Take my tweezers again. You could use a piercing tool to do this. I've got no nails, so I find it easier to use a tool to get them backing off. And that's I'm going to position that with the happy birthday just about on the ribbon. Now, one thing I did forget to do on my pink sugar plum pink flower that I just cut out was stamp the center. So I'm just going to find the rich raspberry pad and just stamp the center before I stick those flowers on. So there we go. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so back to the Tombow. We're going to stick one up here. So a bit of glue, leave the edge free because it's going to overlap, so don't quite need it to cover all of it. And a little bit on the rich raspberry one. I'm dying to try this card out in another colour scheme. As you know, I love doing the same design in different colours and seeing which one I prefer. But I haven't managed to do that yet, and I thought I'd stick with the same colours for the video today. And there. And the other one on there. And then I'm just going to take the powder pink ones and I'm going to tuck them underneath. So they're going to go on the bed. So rather than being stuck on the circle, they're going to be stuck underneath on the actual card base. But I'm just going to slip them in like so. And one here. And another one at the top. Like so, and another one at the side here. Looking good, we're nearly there. So far it's taking us 13 minutes to do this. Okay, then the leaves, quickly going to do the leaves. Again, a little bit of Tombow. You can trim off the stems a little bit on these because you don't need them quite so long. So you can trim the stems off, and then just a little bit of Tombow. You don't need very much, these will stick. And just position them where you want them underneath here. There we go. And another one, and then I just put one at the top. And all I've got left to do is put this one at the top here, and then go and put some pearls and some glitter enamel dots on. So there we go. That's that there. Have that pointing around a little bit more. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, it doesn't want to sticking to my finger. There we go. There we go. And then I just need my enamel, glitter enamel dots. I can find them, which are here. And I just used two of the pink ones, two of the very palest pink and one of the next pink. So I used one pink one like this up here. And I'm going to use a bigger one of the bigger ones here. Put that there. And then another small one. Oh, you might use a paler one. There we go, 3 different colours on this one. There we go. And then the last thing is just to put some pearls, because on the sketch there were actually little marks where there should be something on your card, so I decided to make those pearls. And then we are done. Please remember, there's only a few days, if you're watching this quite soon after I publish it, there's only a few days left of Celebration, so there's only a few days. There's loads and loads of items to get free in Celebration. And of course there's the wonderful joining offer. If you wanted to join, if you've been thinking about joining and you're not sure, please drop me an email and I'll give me your number and I'll give you a ring. We can have a chat through. Absolutely no obligation, but you'll be really surprised at what little commitment you have to make in order to get £220 worth of goods for £99. So please give me a ring if you'd like to do that. That's it for me today though. I'll see you again soon. Hope you've enjoyed the video and have a lovely day. Bye.